There are two powerful words that you can use in your next job interview that can take your performance from mediocre to magnificent. Hi, I'm Delina Bradley, job interview coach and career marketing specialist, and today I am going to share with you those two words to help you exponentially improve the next time you are talking with a hiring manager or a recruiter. Before I share those couple of words, I want to say that one of the main mistakes I see job seekers making is speaking in broad generalizations. They're just too general and not specific enough. In order to be more interesting in an interview, sharing specifics, painting a picture, helping the person visualize you doing the job is really going to help. These two words are for example. Now, let's say that your interviewer asks you a question, such as, what are the primary strengths that you would bring to our organization? To take it one further, let's say they ask you for 3 strengths that you would bring to the organization. And you might say, I'm a great communicator, I'm an excellent team leader, and I have a very high level of technical aptitude, more than most. Well, that can really fall flat because those are great qualities, great attributes, but boring. And so to rewind, let's say you're asked, again, what are the top 3 strengths that you bring to this organization? Instead, you could say, I'm a great communicator. I was the ad hoc last set of eyes on all communications before it ever left our department. And I was happy to do that. I enjoy editing and finding new ways of saying things. I'm a great team leader. I really believe in servant leadership and providing my team with the tools and technology and training they need to do their job. I'm always looking at how I can assist my team, how I can support my team to help us achieve our goals. I have a higher level of technical aptitude than most, and I know that I'm in finance. However, my first job out of college was in IT. And so I do have a higher level of technical aptitude that can be really beneficial, and I can be a resource for my team in that regard as well. So do you see the difference there? You were able to really illustrate and provide evidence of, why it's a strength. Now you can use this technique in a behavioral setting as well, or to a behavioral question. So let's say somebody says, how do you handle conflict with a team member? And instead of saying something like, well, I believe in approaching the person and having direct communication and arriving at a solution. Again, that doesn't really tell the interviewer anything. However, if they were to say, how do you handle conflict? And you said, I believe in communicating directly with the person and arriving at a solution. For example, one time recently, my team member and I were having a difference of opinion on the direction that we should take with the company website. I felt it should be clean and simple with a distinct call to action. They thought it should be more comprehensive with lots of resources and bells and whistles. And we really couldn't come to an agreement on this. And then we realized, we really should be asking the customer about what they prefer. And so we reached out and we asked a few people, and the decision was clear after communicating with them. So you are providing an example, you're giving evidence of how you operate, giving them some insight about really what you do and what your strengths are once you're inside the organization. So I hope these tips helped. Remember to use, for example, volunteer examples, even if you're not asked. because this will substantially help improve your game the next time you are in your job interview. If you'd like more information about working with me or on interviewing in general, visit my website, DelinaBradley.com. In the meantime, I wish you the very best in your next job interview and in your career.